love you, begging to hug you, begging to love you. As if a minute don't matter as long as you think me up. Oh, we can no matter as long as you play me up. Please, play my. I said the minute don't matter as long as you play me up. Let's write this song, but what's the number, baby? How long we gonna chase the for the hairs that I think they don't matter as long as you play me up. We're gonna love you, they gonna love you. I said the minute don't matter as long as you play me up.
Yeah, that will be off my new album. It's called Baby I Love You. Tonight I want to talk about it's two stories I want to go over. I want to go over this sovereign arrest, but I also, Uncle Andy was good, man. He said it was kind of cranked up. Yeah, don't worry about it. The words were actually distorted on purpose. I played the unfinished version. But I'm about to get into some other tunes before we get into our show. Shout out to Uncle Andy is in the building. Thanks for joining us, brother. I want to do a reaction to a sovereign arrest, but I want to talk about something else that's very important that you guys need to stick around for, and that is what has just been decided by the federal government concerning banks now being able to hold crypto, right? So we want to have these type of conversations. We definitely want to have these type of conversations. So we will talk about some of the disasters that have happened with crypto that can affect everyone. And also the new I guess permissions that banks are allowed, but we already knew this was going to happen, right? It's crazy because everyone, if you're part of the conspiracy theory family, now I am a proud conspiracy theorist. There might have been one point in time I might have thought like, I don't know if I want to be classified as. But if you don't have a little bit of conspiracy theorism in you, I don't know how to feel about you. But anyway, everything I've said that was going to happen, it actually did happen, right? And it just slowly happens. And now I'm offended because it's like, yo, bro, we said this 10 years ago. Y'all said y'all would never do that. You're not thinking about that. And yet you end up here. So who's the idiot or who's the genius here? Because are you trying to make me feel like a genius, or you just want to look like a liar? Because we said you would eventually streamline everything digitally, and that's where everything is going. I said that you wanted to normalize the cryptocurrency, not that the one that you put out there that we're going to use. I don't think we're going to use Bitcoin, and I think that is going to be I think the fact that we're not going to use Bitcoin as one of the federal the currency reserves is going to tremendously harm. Let me choose my words correctly. I would rather say it would have a tremendous impact on the economy, because for some people are going to lose, and then some people are going to be okay, and then some people are going to win. And that's how that's going to play out right there. I don't know what Michael Saylor has up his sleeve. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what he's doing. And I can't see his end game, because I don't think Michael Saylor... Mr. Bailey was good. Mr. Bailey, where you been at, bro? Shout out to Mr. Bailey's in the building. I hope you're okay, bro. Mr. Bailey's in the building. He's ready to debate, I'm sure. We're going to take a look at all of those things, right? I'm going to play one more song from my album just to let people into the building. And when we come back, I want to react to a video of a sovereign getting arrested. And then we're going to go into the financial part of our conversation tonight. How you say that name? I almost called you J. Crowell, but that's not what that says. That says J. Rowe. J. Rowe 8875. Shout out to J. Rowe 8875. He says things are slowly changing, and that hey, things he's correct. But the thing is, I just want to put a stamp on it. I've called these things out. I said this is exactly where life is gonna go. And you know what's funny enough? I don't know how to explain it. But it is in this book. It is in this book. And you're not talking to a person of religion. But I cannot deny the fact that they said no man shall be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. And the mark of the beast is the number of man. And the number of man is 666. No man, mark my words, will be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. So that is not that's neither here or there. That doesn't, it has nothing to do with whether you believe in the Bible. I don't believe in the Bible. Yo, I didn't ask you what you believe in. I don't care if you believe in the tooth fairy. You won't be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Now, what you think the mark of the beast is and what the mark of the beast actually is two separate things. So if you're thinking that they was gonna just stamp something on your head that say 666 or something on your back of your hand that say 666, that's not the case. That's not the case. Now, let's get into one of my new songs off my album. It's called Dance For Me. You understand?
Tell me if it's good to you. 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 Tell me if it's good, yes. We gon' dance all night. Poolside, we gon' wear all white. Good girl, she ain't got no price. Got a question, where you been all my life? I wanna rock with you, baby. And maybe we can get home and get a little crazy if I'm going too far. Cause you're looking amazing and the moment is now. And I don't wanna waste it, no. Let's just dance tonight. Let's just dance tonight. We gon' dance tonight. We gon' dance tonight. It's alright, just dance for me.
I'll tell you the second thing, bro.
Just dance for me. It's alright, 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 just dance for me.
Remember the episode?
When you hear me say move, move side to side, then left to right. When you hear me say move, move side to side, then left to right. 1, 2, 3, get loose now. Move, get loose now. Move. 1, 2, 3, get loose now. Move. Just dance for me. Just dance for me. Move. Just dance for me.
It's called Dance For Me. It's off my new album.
Dance for me. It's alright. It's alright. Tell what you do on my life. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, I think I'm just go ahead and put that out this weekend. Put that out. The whole album. I don't know how many songs. It could be 10 or more songs. Now, people are asking who's the singer. Let me tell you, I'm a songwriter. And I do produce. So, but I don't really sing that well. So what I've done is I've taken my songs, because I already released that song, and then I pulled it off of the DSPs. Because I had over 1 million streams. But the money I wasn't getting was a lot of money at all. I was going viral in like Africa. I took down my songs. But I'm going to release a new album. And I redid these songs using AI. So most of these are done over with AI. And all that matters is that you guys groove and like it. But they're my words and they're my creations, my ideas. I just ran it through the AI, and I'm really appreciative of it. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I appreciate it. So that's what's going down. Do subscribe to my channel if you want to know when that album comes out, what particular day. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into first the Sovereign video that I want to check out. Hold on. Let me put the chat over here. Shout out to everybody in the house. Do remember to hit the like button. Not the like button, the subscribe button. And hit the like button too. Hit both. Hit all the buttons. Any buttons you see, just start hitting buttons. Just hit a bunch of buttons. All right. Now, I don't know what's going on with my algorithm, but I'm not mad at all at my algorithm, because it's been giving me some. I think my algorithm is starting to find out who I am. Right? Here's a Sovereign. I've been watching more and more of these videos. I haven't seen one win yet, but that doesn't mean that they don't win, because some of these Sovereigns and these Moors could be winning, and they're not putting up the videos that they're winning. However, I am under or over the understanding that none of these things work that they tried. None of these things work. And I've seen people get hurt, really hurt bad, because the young people, they're following the lead of God knows who. They get out here, they start driving vehicles. Yo, I don't need no license. Yo, my man, check this out. If you don't got no license, I know for a fact you don't have no insurance. I'm gonna need you off the road. I don't want to hear nothing about you Sovereign or yo, blood. You and these drunk Mexicans. Yeah. Mexico. I don't be on your back. I don't think I'll never be on Mexico's back. But tonight I got time, Mexico. Yeah. I'm not gonna front. The Mexican man works hard, but he plays just as hard as he works. Damn. You talk about play hard, work hard, play hard. I think Mexicans invented work hard, play hard. They had to invent work hard, play hard, because they get busy. Soon as it's over, it's time. It's time for a $3 whorehouse. Huh? He's in there heavy in the $3 whorehouse. It's not really a whorehouse. I say the $3 whorehouse, but it's just really a bunch of Spanish girls walking around looking for $3 tips for doing nothing. Yeah, I haven't been back to those places since I was a teenager. As soon as I realized, every time you come around, you want something from me, F up out of here. And they was like, you F up out of here, amigo. I was like, fine. I've been kicked out of better joints. And I ain't gonna front. Crackhead Lorraine is giving me way more for $10. She might give me something that I don't want, but she's giving me way more for $10. You done been around here like 3-4 times. I'm supposed to keep giving you $3 every time? So I left these establishments. But Poppy was in there. Now, granted, Poppy do work. He worked. But come on, bro. You cannot come out of one of these $3 titty bars staggering, stinking drunk. And I know you don't got no insurance, bro. And that's what be pissing me off, man. I don't mind that you get drunk after a long days of work or looking for work in front of the Home Depot. But sometimes he start early, right? Because he know what time the gringos are going to pick him up. If the gringos have not chosen him by a certain time, son is getting lit right there on the property. He's getting lit right there on the property, him and his friends, right? And Home Depot don't really mind as long as they keep it cordial. It's not like Negroes. Nobody's going to get shot. They're going to keep it cordial. The problem is he's going to get in his pickup truck and ride away like everything is all good. Bro, it is not all good. I'm just letting you know that right now, Poppy. So you and these Moors, we got to figure something out. Let's figure out what's going on with her.
State of Ohio.
Okay.
I'm a private national.
Okay, so it's a sovereign citizen thing?
Well, no, it's not a sovereign citizen.
Are you Moorish?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, do you have your travel document or what do you have? Okay. Where do you stay at? In Elyria?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's your current address?
All right, folks, buckle up because today we've got a true clash of worlds. A self-proclaimed Moorish sovereign citizen versus the law. From the very first second, you can tell this isn't going to be your average traffic stop. She's asserting rights most of us have never even heard of, carrying notarized travel documents, fee schedules, and an unshakable belief that Ohio law doesn't apply to her. And here's the kicker. She's about to get pulled over not once, but twice. It's with the first stop already spiraling into an intense back and forth with Officer Douglas.
Yo, first of all, shout out to the original man. Original man is in the building. You heard me? 914 in the building. I didn't even know he was here. Also, Yin Yang is in the building. I haven't seen Yin Yang in bad. Yo, Yin Yang, where you been at, son? I know you was finishing school. How's school going, Yin Yang? Your professor was over here for a while, then he broke out. Yin Yang said we need PM Dawn. I love my audience. You understand? Everybody's different over here. He wants PM. Is it my turn? Say Boomerang wasn't a. First of all, Yin Yang, what do you know about the Boomerang soundtrack? Riddle me that. What do you know about the Boomerang soundtrack? Riddle me that. If I could get away. First of all, what do you know about Boomerang? Yo, Boomerang, if you don't know, for everybody that's not African American or black, we just want you to know how much we respect the movie Boomerang. It is up here. It is way up there on our list. We rock with Boomerang. We don't get too many movies that portray us in a certain light. And they wanted us all to be gangbangers and all that. And shout out to Eddie Murphy. He came through and that movie changed my life. I swear to God, that movie changed my life. If I ever meet Eddie Murphy, I'm going to let him know. You don't know how proud I was of myself when I was working down on Wall Street. And I was making 6 figures. And I was like, yo, Boomerang, right? We not all gangbangers. We not Now, I've never been a gang member or nothing like that, but I've done my stint in the street. But the point is, he showed me I could be more. He was one of the people that showed me I could be more. And it's stuck in my subconscious. I seen black executive leaders, directors, and within the corporate world. He was the only one that really showed a cast of black people that were professionally doing things, doing business with Europeans. Said, oh, this is... Shout out to Eddie Murphy, man. All right, let's get back to the sovereign nation, man. What do we have today?
Stay tuned because what follows is a mix of confusion, courage, and courtroom-ready drama. Trust me, you'll want to watch every second.
I do have my all my information right here.
Okay. Do you mind if I see that?
Yes.
All right.
And I also have my Moorish. Well, it should be right there. All right there. Yeah, it's all right
Have
there.
you ever had a Ohio ID before?
I don't contract with the state of Ohio.
So have you ever had an Ohio ID before?
No, I don't contract with it.
Okay. Give me 1 second. 16.
I'm gonna keep it real. It just must be frustrating to be a Moor. Like you gotta know how to. It's exhausting. That's what I mean. Not frustrating. It has to be exhausting being a Moor, cause you gotta answer questions. Everything you answer is like a riddle, like Rumpelstiltskin. You ever had a license before? I don't contract. That's not me. It's like, I don't want to remember all these things because the moment you slipped up, you understand? You slip up one time and they got you.
40. Yeah, this is a sovereign citizen. I don't know if you want to head up here. I'm sure they're going to request the boss at some point.
John 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, my right to travel. That's also notarized and it's notarized and it's filed with the state of Ohio.
Okay.
It's an affidavit of my right to travel.
What is your first name? Is it,
Asada.
okay. And then your last name is Bay?
Yes, it is.
Now here's the thing. I am kind of curious. She has an affidavit. Who is that affidavit from? What are the other signatures on this affidavit? Is this from like the chief of her? Yeah, sovereign lingo is wild. But they be so confident when they whip out these packets. This is crazy.
Okay. You said 223 Run Street?
That's my address on there. You can't just you can take that out of your pocket.
I'm not taking it. I'm just holding it so my hands are free. That's it.
Oh, okay. So, and
I don't like her attitude because she showed too much aggression right there. It's like she has preemptive energy that is unnecessary. He is an officer of the land, right? A lot of people, I get it. You don't rock with police. You want to tell me they whole. So you know why police was invented, right? To get slaves. Yeah. Check this out, man. Check this out. This whole joint is Lord of the Flies. All right? This whole joint is Lord of the Flies. We need some volunteers that say, yo, we will keep things in an order if you give us a chance. The whole thing is, though, the people who we say, okay, we'll give you a chance to keep things in order, you got to not break the law either. So there has been that schism. We've been dealing with people who we trust to keep law and order breaking the law. Now there's civil unrest and chaos. Right? The last thing we need is a bunch of vigilantes running around this island of Lord of the Flies, or this continent, this wilderness of North America, coming up with their own rules now. We just got situated, so to say. Say, okay, let's follow these rules. Nobody's following them. I get it, right? Donald Trump is definitely not following them. So you should be able to break the law if he can break the law. And he is breaking the law. I don't understand why you can't ride around like this, actually. Now that I think about it. Let's keep on listening. I think she's missing a tooth. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't want to make it seem like I'm clowning her. But I think she is missing a tooth in the front.
And I'm on my way somewhere that's very important.
Okay.
And you kind of holding me up.
Oh, don't worry.
Gate, you can see the tension building. Officer Douglas approaches calmly, asking for basic info, license, registration, vehicle identification. But she's ready with her Moorish American documentation, declaring she doesn't contract with the state of Ohio. Notice how she uses legal-sounding terms like domicile, even if misapplied, to try to legitimize her stance. This is classic sovereign citizen behavior, mixing real legal references with personal interpretation. The drama here isn't just about law, it's about power dynamics. Watch how her confidence contrasts with the officer's patience, setting the stage for an epic showdown that keeps everyone on edge.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fee schedule for if I'm bothered in my private mode of travel.
Who wrote this, bro? Where did you get this? This is crazy, miss. This is crazy. I'm trying to think of the woman's name who passed away. It wasn't, I'm not thinking about Sandra Bland. It's going to come back to me. Baby girl's face is in my, I wrote a whole song about her. I used to perform, and I would set my own stage, and I had a picture of her, and I can't remember her name. She died because the police rolled up on her, and she had paper plates on her. She had cardboard plates, and she was out here saying, I'm sovereign, I'm good. And that led ultimately to an altercation between her and the police, and she ended up getting killed. Yeah. So I don't support this type of shenanigans. And furthermore, who gave you these documents, man? I know it's really a rhetorical question, because I lived in the hood once, and anybody with a Shriners hat on, you understand? They out here trying to make a couple of dollars. They want to sell me. They want to sell me sovereignty. They want to sell me freedom. Yo, you want to detach from the United States? Absolutely not. You kidding me? I have a bank account, sir. How am I gonna get my money? Now you got to detach from America, black man. No, you have to detach from America. What are you talking about? I'm in no position. Matter of fact, I'm not in no position to listen to you right now. I'm out of here. You might be hot. The fuzz might be on you as we speak right now. You might be on a terrorist list. I'm good.
So this is a notice of intent fee schedule. So this is for any and everything that you may have, you're going to pull me over for, or anything that you may keep me on the side of the road for.
Call a fee schedule?
Yes, it is a fee schedule.
Here, can I take a look at the first? Oh, I'm sorry. The first
Officer,
one
don't
on the
waste your
fee
time,
schedule.
bro. She's making all of this shit up on the fly, bro. Don't even waste your time with none of that. Don't write it down, officer. We good?
Okay. All right. We'll just hang tight, okay?
Well, listen.
What's up?
Can I have my ID back
Yeah, you're welcome to.
so I can go?
You're not free to leave.
Yo, why? She's bugging. Whose lady is this? Whose lady is this? And this is the other problem I have. we have to really get back to the art of mating within our cultures. We have to. We're the elders. You understand? See, I'm an elder. I'm in my 40s, but I'm up here kicking the right thing. I'm not worried about when nobody judge me and say, yo. I'm saying the right thing. You're not gonna get me to think I'm saying the wrong thing. We need to teach the youngins that there's an art to mating, and that you just don't go around having sex willy-nilly because, not because it doesn't feel good, not because you're going to hell. That's not the reason why. There are some other reasons why you should not do that, but there's a bigger reason at the end of it that will affect your life later on. Do not entangle yourself with someone who you was never supposed to even really be with. Don't do it. Let's teach them the right way. Now, I'm going to bet that since she's driving a caravan, I'm going to say she has kids. That's a soccer mom vehicle. I'm going to say she has more than one kid. Now, either you're still with this guy or you're not. But if you're with him, yo, my man, you need to step up your game. Because she could be Moorish, believe what she want to believe, sovereign and all that. But the way she's talking to the law right now is too much aggression. And he has not given her any aggression in all actuality. Can I have my ID back so that I can leave? What are you talking about? This is a traffic stop. Didn't you pull over? Why did you pull over? Because if you didn't pull over, you know that was resisting, right? Not pulling. That's a charge more than likely. It's probably going to end up resisting arrest or something stupid like that. But I'm not sure the exact charge. But you not pulling over is going to be a charge. So you pulled over. Now you have to complete this. You can't just say, "Oh, give me my license back so I can leave." I don't like your attitude. Keep it real with you.
Okay. All right. We'll just hang tight, okay?
Well, listen.
What's up?
Can I have my ID back
Yeah, you're welcome to.
so I can go?
You're not free to leave
Why?
because you're being detained.
Detained?
Yeah, it's a traffic stop. You're detained. You're not in handcuffs or anything like that. But
This is unlawful detainment.
it's not,
It
okay?
is unlawful
I know you believe it
detainment.
is, but I've done this plenty of times, okay?
Okay, well, I also have the right to travel
Okay.
in my private
May I see that?
transportation.
Here we go. He was waiting for that. He don't know why you didn't pull that out faster. We all thought you was going to say. I thought you was going to say that off the back. As soon as he rolled down the window, I got the right to travel. If you would have said that, you wouldn't even have to waste our time. We could have shut this thing down 5 minutes ago. It's just crazy.
It's my private mode of transportation.
May I see that? Here, you want to trade? I'll give you this back.
No, you cannot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, just like I said, you're not free to go, okay?
Yo, why the aggression? You know the funny thing? I think I know why she has aggression. She has aggression because she probably paid around $1,800 for that whole packet, right? It probably took her a year, some tax return money. But to be honest with you, I don't know how she's getting money because if you have separated yourself, chances are you don't have a regular job. Which probably answers why one of her teeth are missing. There's no insurance. So you don't have insurance through the job. You don't have insurance through the government. So what we doing now? Now what we doing? Oh, we just letting our teeth fall out. What you mean what we doing? Listen, lady, I don't want no aggression with you. If you like it, I love it. You understand? You want whatever. You like it, I love it.
So just hang out for 1 second, all right? What's up, Chief? Sovereign citizen. Moorish American.
How long goes in a while?
I think I got her real info off a paper that she showed me. Dominique Cattell,
On Run Street?
allegedly. She doesn't live there. She's, I don't know the word she said.
That's the mile.
She has a fee schedule for any time she's stopped by law enforcement and bothered.
Fee schedule?
Yeah, I got her where you want chill.
Fee schedule. So we should charge her for every time, or
No.
she charges us?
She charges us. She just has no business with the state of Ohio, but she has allegedly an affidavit signed by the state of Ohio saying that she's allowed to travel. I just figure I've dealt with sovereign citizens before,
Right.
and that's what I asked her. I was like, "Oh, are you Moorish American?"
But she's still got to identify herself is the problem, and that's where that's where the hook will be. That's usually where these things go south.
Yeah. What was your name before it was Bay?
My name is Asada L Star Bay. That's all. The old name does not matter.
Okay.
I think she's correct. Although you do sound... Is that your rapper name? Why, man? Why do these names sound like you could be rappers too? I know the Bay community's tight at me right now. Yo, Saltines, you problem, man. Talking about the Bays. Yo, Bays, man. That's why all the Bays be in jail, bro. Knock it off, Bays. Where the Bay community at? You gotta knock it off.
So this is my name. This is my name, and this is
To travel affidavit and a fee schedule for any interactions with law enforcement. This is peak sovereign citizen theatrics. Think about it. She's essentially telling the officer, if you stop me, you owe me money. The tension is palpable because Officer Douglas isn't having it.
The tension is palpable because she has an attitude and no one knows where this attitude came from, right? You're on your way to somewhere. You do have the right to travel. You do not have the right to travel in a commercial vehicle, even though the car is not considered a commercial vehicle. And that's where the Bays sometimes try to get through that loophole. However, the vehicle itself, it is a motor vehicle. And in order to operate a motor vehicle, there are laws and ordinances and guidelines that the entire group has agreed that, yeah, I think these make sense, right? Society has agreed. This pretty much makes sense. Could we cut off one of the fees? Probably. But for the most part, I'm down with it being insured, your vehicle, in case damage happens to somebody else. I'm down with you being tested before you get behind the wheel, that I know you can actually operate one of these things, and that you have proven to everybody through a test that you know how to do so, and you didn't learn on some low traffic road in North Carolina like, nah, I'm good, I know how to drive. Yeah, we all know, right? But we would all feel better if you took the test like the rest of us. We would.
Yet he remains professional, calmly explaining the realities of the law. This is a key moment. Notice the contrast between legal fantasy and enforceable reality. Every detail she presents is a tool to create drama, but the underlying law is crystal clear. Public roadways have rules.
I'm talking about Supreme Court law. I'm not talking about state of Ohio. Supreme Court law I am a Moorish national,
Okay.
and this is my travel card. I went through all the proper steps to get my travel card. I went through all the proper steps to put everybody on notice, and this is what it is.
So that's not a driver's license, okay?
It is my right to I don't have a driver's license because I do not contract with the state of Ohio for a driver's license. I do have a right to travel
I
in my
understand.
private mode of travel, and this is my private mode of travel. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just letting you know I have a right to be private. I live in the private, and this is how I conduct my affairs. I don't contract with the state of Ohio with a driver's license. I don't contract with the state of Ohio for anything. I have a right to
Her Moorish American identity. She's no longer just a motorist. She's a card-carrying member of an unrecognized national network, wielding a travel card like a badge of immunity. On this
Yo, can I be real? Let me just be real with you, right? Be real with everybody. Here's the thing. Dr. Malachi Z. York is locked up right now because he also came from an era. He came from the we got to start our own nation era. He came from that era. Yeah, we got to start our own nation, brothers. Why do you think the NOI has been so heavily surveillanced since their existence? Because they're called the Nation of Islam. If you ever thought that the white man, and I don't mean the poor white man, you ever hear me talk about the white man on his, when I say the white man, I'm talking about the white man that can make decisions. The ruling class. If I say the white man, I'm talking about the ruling class. If I say white people, I'm talking about somebody totally different. If you ever thought the white man was going to allow you, after all that work that they've done, skimming and scamming and killing and all of this, only for you to come along and have the ability to start some janky ass nation that will no doubt explode in membership and have the ability to overrun the United States. No doubt it will. Soon as people catch on, whatever Dr. Malachi Z. York was going to build in Georgia, that shit was going to explode with black people going down there, getting involved, working on farms. The shit was going to work. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. It was going to work. And what made it scary is that he had already started a new language. So he was doing everything to start a new nation in this nation. This is not like Africa. That's why it's called the United States of America. It's different states as but one nation. Africa is not a nation. Africa is a continent with different nations. The United States does not want anybody to create. They gave some recognition to a few of the native tribes that were already here, and that's it, because they didn't want to seem too animalistic. But they even doubled back on that and started claiming they was actually Native Americans, white as fucking snow, claiming that they also was a Native American, so that they could get on the inside of those territory businesses and those reservation businesses and all of that. He cannot be trusted. We know this. That's nonetheless neither here nor there. We know that the white man cannot be trusted. We know this. He's going to lead a trail of fucking destruction wherever he goes and has gone. I personally think it's a waste of time being a part of this. You're just fighting back for no reason, because you're not going to win. The United States is not going to let the Moorish Science Temple of America be recognized as a nation. You can call yourself what you want. You will not be recognized as a nation on this land. I could assure you that. I got faith in him, enough faith in the white man for that. He's not going to let it happen. And I think you're hurting yourselves, because there might be a better way than this display of protest and resistance.
This part is fascinating because it highlights the mindset. It's less about breaking the law and more about asserting personal sovereignty. She believes she's operating outside the jurisdiction of a...
Original Man says, because we are organized and militant. They are. And they really believe in Allah. One thing you cannot take away from the NOI. Whew. At some point, the United States just. Now, I do worry. I worry all the time what's going to happen to the nation after Minister Farrakhan passes away. But we'll cross that road when we get to it. He has already declared that there will be no more after him. I don't know what that means. I do know what it means. As far as messengers, you understand? It went from Wallace Farad to the Honorable Elijah to the Honorable Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan. That's it. But I love the discipline that the NOI brings and represents. And somebody has to step up from the Moorish Science Temple. Somebody has to be the face. Somebody has to be the face. And whoever's going to be the face, have a goddamn haircut when you get it, when you do show up. Right? Don't come up looking like you was homeless. Not for nothing. Tariq Bey, you understand? The brother was sharp, but it's like, yo, did you just roll out the bed, my boy? Where you coming from? Nobody's going to take you serious. And I'm only saying what's real. You may not like what I'm saying, right? Get a haircut, brother. Put some sheen in that business. Get some decent apparel. Even the Hasidics. I mean, god damn, they be wearing the silky. They may wear black every day, and I don't understand the stockings, and it does creep me out. But let me tell you something. Them Ukrainian boys be tight. They got their little, little curls on the side, big ass stupid hats. You can't tell them nothing with the big stupid furry train. They dress to impress. More science. You got to step your game up. I'm just being honest. It goes a long way with. Yeah, let me keep it real. The perception of the more science community is, it's not high. It's not high. Most of the Bay community in Philly just decided to turn criminals. Allegedly. So what you guys need is reform. You need to repackage your image for public relations. You need a leader, because whoever's running these type of shenanigans right here that we watching right now, you need to shut this shit all the way down, Jack. right? If you would like to ride horse and buggy like our Mormon neighbors, they out here doing it all the time. See the Mormons all the time with their little fancy. They got mechanisms that got brake lights on the trailer now. They be holding up traffic like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be tight. But they are free to travel. You free to travel, you could do that. You should have spent your money on some ponies.
Ohio entirely, creating a layer of conflict and confusion that every officer dreads. And notice her logic. If you live in the private, she claims, you don't need a license. Dramatic? Absolutely. Effective? Not so much.
I'm not for hire. I'm not for any of that. So I'm not conducting commerce on any public highways. I'm not doing any type of business. I'm going from point A to point B in my private mode of travel.
This is the type of rhetoric you read. I've read these. I've read these things. I'm from New York. I have a bunch of associates who are, in fact, more science. You understand? I understand the lingo, as Uncle Andy said before. I understand the sovereign lingo. I do. I know exactly what she's talking about. I already knew where she was going to go with this. I don't think it applies. I think they're still going to arrest her.
And I'm not conducting any type of business. I'm not conducting any commerce that would need me to have a driver's license, and I have not committed a crime.
You have committed a crime.
I have not committed a crime.
You don't have any license plates on your vehicle.
I have a private, I don't need a license plate on my vehicle.
You need a license plate not bought from eBay on your vehicle. You need to be registered.
Oh no, this came from the Morse National Network when it...
He said not from eBay. Yeah, there you go. You turn it... Now he's throwing in his jabs, and to be honest with you, he's been quite patient. I'm going to keep it real. He's been quite patient dealing with this type of shenanigans.
Now, watch the exchange heat up. Officer Douglas patiently points out that driving on public roads without a license isn't a matter of belief, it's enforceable law. And yet she continues to quote Supreme Court law, asserting rights that don't actually exempt her. This is a textbook example of how sovereign citizen interactions can stall law enforcement while creating viral-worthy drama. Every word she utters reinforces her narrative, but the law is relentless. The tension here comes from her total conviction versus the officer's calm adherence to legal standards, a moment that's both frustrating and fascinating for viewers.
Private, what they have on eBay is not my business, it's not my concern. But this is a private vehicle, I'm not for hire, I'm not for contract, and I'm not conducting any type of commerce, sir.
Okay, I understand that you fully believe in all this, okay?
Yeah, let me ask you something. What did you have... What does you being for hire or for commerce have anything to do with you operating a motor vehicle? All right, let's find out. Let's go to Google with it. I don't know. I need to find out. What the hell is... I just want to find out what a motor vehicle. What is a motor vehicle according to federal definition? All right. Definition of a motor vehicle. All right, I got something here. Yeah, see? All right. We have definition of a motor vehicle. For the purpose of determining the applicability of section 2162, a vehicle which is self-propelled and capable of transporting a person or persons or any material or anything permanently or temporarily affixed apparatus shall be deemed a motor vehicle. I think we got our answer right there. I don't think we need to go any further than this right here. A vehicle which is self-propelled and capable of transporting a person. Right? Okay. The vehicle cannot exceed a maximum speed of 25 miles per hour. Okay. The vehicle lacks features customarily associated with safe and practical street or highway use. Such features including but not limited to a reverse gear. Okay. The vehicle exhibits features which render its use on a street or highway unsafe and practical or highly unlikely, such features including but not being limited to tracked road contact. Okay, it says, B says, note that in applying the criterion in paragraph A2 of the section, vehicles that are clearly intended for operation on the highways or motor vehicles. Absence of a particular safety feature is relevant only when absence of that feature would prevent operations on highways. Okay. That's from the federal standards. This is not state. Let me ask one more question. Are there federal requirements to operate a motor vehicle? Trying to help her out. See if we can get to the bottom of this. Yes, there are federal requirements to operate a motor vehicle, which include compliance with safety regulations, driving laws, and standards set by the National Highway Safety Administration. These regulations cover aspects such as, okay, now I might have to break out ChatGPT because I get what you're saying, but my next question is this. What if you're not operating a vehicle on the highway? So now let us take it over to ChatGPT. What if I am not operating a motor vehicle on the highway? Does the National Highway Traffic still have still comply? Let's just say that. I don't want to start talking like a sovereign. Still comply? Short answer, yes, but only within its scope. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration doesn't regulate you as a person. We got ChatGPT out here talking to sovereign lingo. You as a person in general, it regulates motor vehicles, equipment, and road safety systems, mainly tied to public roads and traffic. If you are not operating a motor vehicle on a highway, if you're talking about walking, riding a bicycle on a private property, operating something not legally defined as a motor vehicle, then NHTSA itself is not regulating you. Where people get confused, even if it's National Highway TSA, it isn't directly involved. State and local laws still apply. Each state has its own traffic laws, vehicle definition, licensing requirements. These are enforced by police, state DOTs, and courts. Do the Moors not have ChatGPT? Is that the issue? Do we have to? Should we get a GoFundMe or something like that for Moors? For like, Moors, can we get some Moors in the building? Can I get some Bays, some L's in the building? Do you not have ChatGPT, bro? All right, let's get back to her shenanigans before we got to get to the financial part of our show. But I couldn't help you out, baby girl. I tried. I went and looked some things up. It's not working out in your favor. But keep going. Fight the fight. Fight the power. All right.
And I respect
No,
that.
I know. It is not what I believe in. It's what I know. I know that the Supreme Court law states that I have a right to travel just like I'm traveling. Supreme Court law says that, not me. I didn't say it. I didn't make it up. This is Supreme Court law. I have it right here in my thing. It's Supreme Court law. It's not something that I made up. It's just Supreme Court law.
Okay, and
Jeez, this must be so frustrating as an officer. Every 1 out of 25, if 1 out of 25 people I'm pulling over is a Moorish American, Jesus Christ, I might start smoking again, bro. Then I'm really gonna be upset. It's you. You got me back on black and mild. And I gotta do the stupid take the tobacco out, put it back in every time I do this. My partner hates it. I stink of tobacco. But it calms my nerves.
I fully understand that you believe that. Okay?
No,
And
it isn't what I believe. It's what the Supreme Court law states.
Ma'am, I'm telling you.
Okay, could you call your sergeant, please?
Ma'am, I'm the chief of police.
Okay, well, are you the sergeant?
I'm the chief of police, so it's my department. I'm the head of the agency.
Okay, where's the sergeant?
Come on, man. She's pissing me off. He's trying to. Yo, you know the funny thing? We as black people, we got this thing that's this saying for you white people that don't know anything about this. We say good white folks. These is good white folks. We will tell you if you was good white folks or not. Now I don't know if these is good white folks, but I'm gonna let you know this. They have a lot of patience. Way more patience than in some of these other places, because they would have been snatched your ass up out of there already. Oh, you would have felt the aggression, baby girl, and you would know the difference between good white folks and not so good white folks. I think you pushing your luck. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. Y'all been wanting to know why I've been giving the Moors science community and the Moors a hard way to go. Hello, happy birthday. Happy birthday. And don't worry, it's not over. This is my new shit. They done released a plethora of videos of Moorish science community members taking L after L. You know what? Until you get your fucking house in order, I'm gonna be on your heels. Get your house in order.
Her vehicle is private, not for hire, and therefore exempt from licensing requirements. It's almost comical how she layers legal jargon, fee schedules, and private vehicle arguments like a protective shield.
Fee schedules. I've never heard of. Hold up. Do we need to go to ChatGPT? I won't even waste my ChatGPT's time with your nonsense. Fee schedule? You want to charge the. Yo, this is crazy.
Is yet the officer systematically dismantles it, highlighting the gap between belief and enforceable law. This VO is key for the audience because it's where reality and fantasy collide. You can feel the tension rise as she struggles to reconcile her rights with practical rules of traffic enforcement. Every line is a lesson in both law and human audacity.
Try and all respect law. I think to settle this as easy as.
And I think he's being more than patient. He said, "Yo, I'm the chief of police, the head of the agency." She said, "Are you the sergeant?" What are you talking about? Yo, Uncle Andy, is it me? Or do you think the chief of police is above the sergeant? I think the chief of anything is above everyone in the village.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're pretty involved. That's why I thought I'm going to come up here. I'm going to have a conversation with you.
Okay.
I'm a student of this. I love to hear this stuff.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Okay.
Where we're at, though, is Ohio. How many things?
Right, but I'm not conducting commerce. I have it right here. It's
And I know what you're
Supreme Court law.
reference. I've seen it. Unfortunately, that's not the context of the law.
Oh,
It's not.
oh, this is all. I have all of it in here.
So what? So I guess what I would
I have
ask,
it all in here.
and I see that you've got that nice bullet point and everything else like that. That's great.
All of them. Every case law, everything in here is all.
Yeah. Uncle Andy, why stop there? Why stop there? Are you the general though? Well, I was general, but are you the president? I want to talk to the president of the United States, or I'm not getting out this car. It just gets more ridiculous every sentence. Can I see your superior? Oh, he's right here. Hi, ma'am, I'm the chief of police. But are you the sergeant? But are you the Wizard of Oz? That's the big question. Are you the wizard? Are you the Godfather? Fredo's father? Are you him?
You can identify you. We'll let you
You
go.
just identified me.
Well, you can't find you in the system of the law.
Okay, that's
We
fine.
have to know who you are.
I just told my name is Asada L. Star Faye, and that's you don't have a right to do that.
Dude,
Oh, she is bugging. Arrest her! Yo, I don't know why. Y'all even giving her this. Right? And this is why every police department has the other staff. Unfortunately, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't like the other staff. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I don't get into it with either. I don't get into it with goods white folks. I don't get into it with not so goods white folks. I don't. You know why? Because whatever you pulled me over for, please give me a ticket. Please do what you came to do. And that's how it's going to go. You know why? Because right now is not the time to fight my battle. The only place to fight that is in court. Right? The only thing I could do out here, other than piss you off, is get beat the fuck up by the police. That's it. That's all I can do. It's not going to go down. It's not going to go down no other way. And I'm going to keep it real with you. That shit has worked for me. When I talk about worked for me, that shit has worked for me. One time I tried to outrun the police. That shit still worked for me. I ain't gonna lie. He was like, yo, when you passed me, you was doing 75, but then I clocked you at 95 when I was trying to catch you. Because I was trying to get away from you. But I don't know what type of bullshit engines you got in there. Them shits is illegal. You caught me, though. You caught me. But let me tell you what diplomacy. I'm not telling you what I'm about to tell you so that you can go out here and do some wild shit. Because this was like 15 years ago. You know I beat that one too? Yeah, I did. But not on some sovereign, yo, I'm sovereign, Your Honor, and I don't gotta slow down for not a motherfucking body on this plane. You know who I am? I didn't go in there saying all that silly shit. Matter of fact, I don't even want to tell you how I beat it. Because I'm not teaching a class on you how you, because some of you guys don't deserve to know. That's why. Because you already fucking shit up. riding around with no type of credentials and giving these people a hard way to go while they at work. I see you didn't sign up to be an officer, right? The job is free for anybody who want to sign up. I see you didn't sign up. In all actuality, you are not a United States citizen. In all actuality, you have made yourself an immigrant. Call ICE on her stupid ass. Get her the fuck up out of here. Which is going to be crazy because I don't know where they're sending you back to. All we know is you are not a citizen of the United States. What do they do with you? I'm telling you right now, Morse, I'm not bullshitting. Get your shit in order before I have to write to my senator. Right? Round them up. Round these motherfuckers up. If they not United States citizens, I want them rounded up. Sent to war. Go do something. Go do something. You're gonna sit around here smoking pot all day, trying to get a fucking rap career off the ground, impregnating women, leaving them. Get the fuck out of here. Round them up. Get them out of here. Send them to Iran. I don't care. Keep them busy. Give them some busy work. Send them down there by the border or something. You gotta earn your keep. Fuck you mean you not a United States citizen? Is you shitting me?
What?
To write anything down that has anything to do with my vehicle.
Okay.
No, you don't. I know my rights.
You know the law.
Okay, and I also know my rights. You guys are public. You guys are okay, but you guys are public servants. You're a public servant. You're here to serve the public. I'm not. I didn't call you. I didn't ask you. You have your lights on behind me. You're supposed to use your lights in a state of emergency. This is not an emergency. Right, but it's not an emergency.
So that's why we're here. And again, you're not the first Morris person that I've encountered. And
Okay.
Usually we can have a very good conversation.
And
that's what I want. I don't want to cause you any problems.
Right. Well, why can't you accept my Morris National ID? And
Forces regulations, it triggers predictable outrage. She doubles down on her narrative, declaring she's beyond jurisdiction. Notice her escalating frustration, the constant repetition of, "I'm not contracting with the state," and the comedic tone of her claims versus the serious consequences she faces. This is the moment viewers are waiting for, the collision of belief, consequence, and law. It's chaotic, tense, and yes, deeply entertaining.
we are our own government. We have our own Morris National government. Yes, we do. Okay, but
it's not recognized by the state of Ohio or the United
It's not recognized by nobody, blood. It's only recognized. That shit is only recognized in hookah lounges, barber shops. You understand? Community days. Any place that does not matter, that's where that shit is recognized. No one is recognizing the Moors as a nation. Just the Moors. And this is why this is dangerous. And I refuse to let you indoctrinate your kids with all type of fairy tales. Then you die of kidney disease. And now we stuck in the world with your kids who are militant and wrong. This nigga is 6'3", built like Tarzan, and dead wrong. Out here shouting that he's a sovereign. Yo, I'm a living man. yo, check this out, blood. Tase his stupid ass. No. Don't reach for the. We're not shooting the black man. Get the other one. Thank you. Tase him. We'll sit him down. Maybe he'll hit the law library. Maybe it'll make him better. Maybe it'll make him worse. There's only one way to find out. But one thing he's going to do is get out from the back out of this car. Riding around like he got the legal right to ride around. You and Mexican Poppy are out of order. He has a driver's license. He just don't have insurance. How Poppy got a driver's license, I don't know. His English is poor. Utterly non-existent. Yet he has. That shit says Jesus Gonzalez right there on his fucking driver's license. Jesus Gonzalez the third. Yeah. No insurance.
States government.
It is recognized by. It is recognized. It's definitely recognized by the Department of Justice.
Well,
we have. No. We have a right here. We have a Department of Justice, and it's all on the back. Would you like to read it?
Who issued that statement? Is that Moorish?
Yes, the government, the Moorish national government. You're
Yo, just because you say things with conviction, it don't make any of it true. Thank the old gods in the new that she's not my mom. I'll be fucking embarrassed every time we decide to go out. This shit happens every time. You take out Nana's vehicle. And you know she in the hospital. She gonna be upset when she get back and find out they done towed her vehicle. You out here riding around with no plates. You know Nana gonna be upset.
Because my plate says private.
Because it's not a registered license plate in the state of Ohio. Or any other state.
Because I don't contract. And you do know about contracts, correct? We have a right to contract how we choose to contract. And if I choose to register a vehicle and get a plate.
You understand then that we have the right then to enforce the laws of the state and the city, which can include,
I've already put everyone on notice that needed to be put on notice. Maybe I should contact the Berea Police Department and let the Berea Police Department.
Helpful.
Maybe.
Officer Douglas handled a complex, high-drama stop with professionalism, patience, and restraint, ultimately enforcing regulations that protect public safety. This is a perfect example of why understanding your legal obligations matters and why courtroom-ready documentation doesn't always carry weight. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping breakdowns. You won't want to miss the next episode.
Satisfied with that we're not trying to look at you. And then we both go about our day.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out.
Can you cooperate with the officer a little bit, give him some information, figure out who you are, this vehicle,
This is my vehicle.
Okay, well, we need some verification. Understand that?
I don't have an ID saying anything of who I previously was.
But you know who you is, right?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm asking. I can be as honest as possible. That's why I left my office to come here and talk to you. Because it's important. I want to respect you and respect what you believe.
Right.
I also need you then to give you a little bit of that back. Respect back.
Oh, I'm giving you respect. I gave you my ID.
Good job you have to do. I guess this isn't the first time you've done it. Police officers.
I have, and I've never had any issues like I do in Berea. I have the worst issues. It's the Berea Police Department. I feel like at this point it's like a harassment type of.
Delusional. You feel like it's a harassment thing because you're riding around without the proper documentations for this government because your unrecognized government says that you don't need to do such and such. You don't need to do that. You tell them you down with us.
No. I'm talking about the people that work for you or under you.
I'm sorry.
At this point, I feel like it's harassment. I don't know if it's because of the color of my skin. I don't know if it's because I choose to live in the private, because I have a choice to live in the private.
I respect everybody.
That's
why I have this conversation with you.
Right.
We're not trying to
This is just gibberish.
I'm just trying to. If we can do our business, then we can let you go about your business.
I'm not understanding what else you.
Well, we need to verify who you are. And again, there's no verification. I have no idea who you are.
This is who I am.
What's you are now? That's the behavior.
Any ID that I have has this on.
Because you understand that in the state of Ohio, we have these sort of interactions here required to identify yourself to a law enforcement officer.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't lawfully do that, we can take you to jail, we can figure out. We don't want to do that.
Take me to jail for what? What crime have I committed?
To identify yourself.
Oh, that's not. It
is in the state
I
of Ohio.
I don't really have to tell you who I am.
You do, because you can
Lawfully, that's it, right. Well, this is unlawfully detained. I haven't been. What does lawfully detained mean?
We have a right to stop you
Mm-hmm.
based on your vehicle not being properly registered for the state of Ohio. We
Right.
stopped you. Now we have to figure out who you are and make sure the vehicle's okay to be on the streets.
Why wouldn't it be okay to be on the street?
I don't know, because I can't verify that. I mean, we're just talking in circles here. So
No. I'm not understanding. What is the issue? Why would the vehicle not be safe to be on the streets? What's the issue? Why would it? What's wrong with the vehicle that it wouldn't be
Again,
safe?
I have no idea where the vehicle came from. Why would we get it? Someone else? I don't
No,
know.
it belongs to me.
But again, we can't verify that.
This is why we have an inspection.
Well, it's not.
1615 radio, traffic stop.
You have a license plate that's not issued by any recognized government.
I've never had a license plate on this car.
Henry Street with
So that's where
John
we're at.
Jenkins.
Right, I've never
So
had
I'm
a
going to
license
ask you
plate.
to help us here a little bit to identify yourself. If you don't do that, then we are going to probably take you to custody for failure to identify.
So you're threatening to take me to
No, I'm
jail
not threatening, I'm telling
for
you.
a non-violent crime, for a crime that hasn't been committed and committed?
Which is the last thing
Because I do have a fee schedule here,
Okay.
and my fee schedule definitely
It will go up
says.
then. Okay. And you can make those claims after the fact.
Uncle Andy, this is crazy. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. She says she has a fee schedule, but no one. She made up these fees. Her and her peoples, her and her government made up the fee schedule, saying, "Yo, and if they pull you over, then check it out. You get to charge them. You understand? And not only that, they're not gonna like it. This is what they don't know. It's hidden in our clause. You get to, if it's Tuesday, you get to wear their clothes. Huh? They're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like that, and they have to swap with you right in the middle of the road, right there. Everybody's private business out there in the public, just like that. And put that, write that down. Write that down, right in the fee section. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. And if they can't guess 3 things in your purse, that's another fee. That's another fee. They gotta guess at least 3 things in your purse. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Fucking American government. Don't recognize the Moorish government? Are they crazy? This is crazy.
But I don't want to get there. Okay?
Hold on, where's unlawful detainment or detainment, lawful detainment? Because issue traffic citation for 75,000.
Yo. Yo, Ohio ain't fucking around. Yo, Ohio ain't fucking around. They said 75,000. You are wildin', my good boy. I was bullshitting. I had a license the entire time. Here you go, officer. What? Thank you, Carlton. What's up, baby? What's up? Where Carlton been at? Shout out to Carlton. We back. You understand? Let me tell everybody, the whole hip hop shit, thanks to fucking dumbass Tariq Nasheed, it split up me and a lot of my subscribers. You understand? Had a falling out with a lot of my subscribers behind Tariq Nasheed and his stupid shit. Carlton's back.
The land of make-believe.
Lawful detainment because issue traffic citation for 75,000.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
about your fee requirement then?
Excuse me?
Would you rather just have us issue a traffic citation? If we know who you are, we'll issue a traffic citation, send you on your way, and you can go about trying to make a claim for that.
A claim for what?
For us issuing you a
Would you
traffic
like to read
citation.
this? Because
We're past that now. I told you where we're at this point. I'm just
Yeah,
asking for
we're past
cooperation.
that, baby.
I'm
girl.
giving you cooperation.
But you're not. You're
Yeah, you wasn't. Now, don't come with that bullshit passive tone now. You wasn't. And you know what's crazy? She was aggressive from the start. And these men was not aggressive to her. And that's what I don't like that, man. I don't like when I see us not acting right, because this is how I feel. It gives off an impression like this is how we all, and that's not. And I'm pretty sure they see a lot of different people, so they know we not like this. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you who do got a bad name for themselves. The Moors Science Temple. Moors, you need to get your shit together, because they got a whole channel dedicated to you, and I'm out here taking full advantage of it.
giving me a lot of the Moorish stuff, which I totally, I respect it. I believe, I love it. I said I'm a student of people and humanity, and that's why I'm trying to have.
That's crazy. He's out here. He fuck around. You go to his house. He got a whole shrine to Noble Drew Ali in the back. He seemed like that type of guy. You understand? You go to his house, he could break down everything. But he got a job to do, because he accepted a job to be a police officer. And with that, he is not only a police officer, he's the chief of police, and he knows the law. And right now you are breaking the law in this government. I could see if you was riding around the Moorish Science Temple Nation, Moorish Science Temple of America Nation. Do you have land? Hold on. Let's go back to ChatGPT, because you're just not going to be throwing around nation all frivolously. Niggas got land, man. Hold on, blood. To be considered a nation, do you need land? Short answer, yes. Traditionally, a nation state needs land, territory, but full answer is more nuanced depending on how to define a nation. Nation versus state. Alright. I didn't want to do this more science simple, but I think we're way past that now. So now I gotta get ChatGPT in your business. The Moorish Science Temple of America claims it is a nation. Are they recognized? And if they do not have land, can they be considered a nation within the United States of America? What is the Moorish Science Temple of America claiming? The Moorish Science Temple was founded by, I know who it was founded by. It is primarily a religious and cultural movement. It teaches identities, heritage. Okay. Are they recognized as a nation? No, you guys are not recognized as a nation. They are not recognized as a nation or sovereign state by the United Nations. Now they just throwing in extra shit that I didn't even ask them about. You understand? And again, I didn't want to do this. I did not want to put you on Front Street, because I got other shit to talk about. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. But apparently, Moors, hello, you. You're not recognized by the United Nations. You're not recognized by the United States. And ChatGPT goes on to stick the knife in when I didn't ask it to do this and say any other recognized country. I did not ask him to say none of that bullshit. Now it's just rifting. It's just doing its own thing, baby. That means they cannot issue legally valid passports. They cannot operate outside the U.S. law. Hello. They are not treated as separate country in a legal sense. Can they still be considered a nation? This depends on which definition you're using. Culturally and philosophically, they can describe themselves as a nation in the sense of shared identity, shared beliefs, historical narrative, and in that sense is similar to a cultural nation, a religious community, a movement with its own identity. Legally, politically, this is what matters in courts. They are not a nation state because they lack. Well, let's find out the things you guys lack so we can help you get those things so you can get your shit together, Morse. Now it says you guys lack a defined sovereign territory. Well, I'm pretty sure Noble Drew Ali was on board with you guys having a defined sovereign territory, or just territory. Do you guys have territory? Let's start there. Number 2, independent governing authority recognized by others. That might be a little bit more complicated. Legal standing separate within the U.S. jurisdiction. You'll never have it. Under international standards, they do not qualify as a state. Well, there you go. U.S., can they be a nation within the United States? No, not in a sovereign sense. Only certain groups have limited sovereignty, which are the federally recognized Native American tribes, which is why you get all these people out here talking about, we was already here. This was our land. This was our land, beloved. Shut up, Saladin. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Yo, this was our land, beloved. We was already here. Shut up. Shut up. What are you talking about? So who the fuck are these guys if you was already here? They are us. We are the indigenous people. Look, you reading the white man's education. You guys don't know. He's brainwashed you. Shut up! Who do you think you're fooling here? Huh? My name is fucking Saladin. Ask about me, stupid. Do you think I just fucking fell out of bed yesterday? Like I would not have read his information and read your information to come to a clear, reasonable, and logical determination of which one of you motherfuckers is telling the truth. Now I will give you this. The white man is a liar and a thief and a murderer. Guaranteed. Not everything he's saying here is lies. And not everything you are saying are lies. There was some Nubians that came over here. But not everything. You guys are not all from fucking Morocco. Are you shitting me? Your problem, black people, is you always trying to get in some type of fucking loophole and scheming and scamming. Right? So now that you find out that the Native American tribes are recognized as sovereign, now you want to get in on the side. Every time I look around, you trying to get on some sovereign activity. Fuck us up with you, man. You got your lady out here riding around with missing teeth, breaking the laws. What the fuck is up with you guys? Get your shit together, Moors. I swear to God. Get your shit together, man. Finish it. I gotta get to the financial part of my show. It's just crazy, nasty work.
This conversation with you, but you're not really working with me at all.
Okay.
So
Well-
I've told you what the response is going to be if you can't. I don't want to do that for the last thing. You seem like a very nice person. So your mother. I don't want to inconvenience you. I don't.
His name is Chief Clark.
This man.
What's your name?
Officer Douglas.
Officer Douglas. Oh,
Oh man, she calmed way down. She calmed way down. That was crazy. And here's the thing, she escalated. It's like watching a schizophrenic. She escalated. They did not escalate that. Which is, you would expect, you know what I'm saying? The melanated sister in the car, you would have had expected him to run out of patience. Called in 5 more guys that wasn't trying to hear nothing. Once you see the dudes with the buzz cuts show up, or the dude with the glasses that wrap around the eyes and the lenses is multicolored, somebody's getting beat the fuck up. I'm just letting you know that right now. Or the gay stash, the fucking the stupid mustache. Any of these, I don't want to see pull up. I don't want to see pull up because it's not going to be escalation for me, because I don't have these type of problems. I don't have these type of problems. It's very straightforward. What did I do? Sometimes I don't even ask. They be like, yo, you don't want to know what you did? They be throwing them off. Well, anyway, you was going over. Okay. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, that shit's getting thrown out. So there's no reason for me to even argue with you here. You trying to get me to do something. I'm not arguing with you here. They be perplexed. I don't even ask what the fuck I did. Just ticket. I'm good. I'm good. Whatever you say I did is what you say I did. Right now is not the time to fight whatever you say I did. So I'm wasting energy. If you said I was going 10 over the speed limit, that's what you say. Whatever. We will find out what I was doing when we get to the courthouse. And that's just that. But you keep it up. You cruising for a bruising. Keep it up. If they show up with the multicolored glasses, the gay stash, or the buzz cut, God forbid he got all fucking 3. When he step out, he got the buzz cut, a gay stash, and the fucking glasses. You getting broken up. Just, he's waiting. Go ahead. Say some slick shit. Bust your windows right out.
am. I'm gonna definitely file a lawsuit.
Okay.
Okay, let me call you back, Mom.
Could you just provide your information before you got it switched over? Could you just provide your name before you got it switched to Bay to me?
You looked it up, didn't you?
I looked up Bay.
He looked up your rapper name because that's what you provided him. Some stupid shit about like L Star and all of this crazy shit, baby. Who are you, man?
Yeah, we're asking about if you had a name
Did
before
you see my
that.
fee schedule?
No,
You do.
I saw.
No one's looking at. She said, "Did you see? Look at my fee schedule." This is some shit you made up. She wouldn't have. That shit wouldn't have lasted in New York, right? You would have had some overzealous Dominican cat that thought he was fucking. He's trying to be down with the white boys. That's the worst. That's the worst one. In New York, it's all the worst ones is the fucking Dominican cops. Jesus, they are overzealous. Don't fuck with them. Either way, that none of this shit is flying in New York.
Oh, yeah.
You wrote down.
What did I write down?
What did you write down?
I wrote down your VIN, and then the birthday you provided me, and then street.
Could I see what you wrote down?
What is your name? Was it the Dominique? Was that your old first name?
So if you
I can't just
know
run
that-
Dominique. There's
So
a million
if
Dominiques in
you
Ohio.
know that, why are you sitting here trying to play me like I'm stupid?
I don't know.
Because you're stupid. That's why.
What your last name?
You got the VIN number, don't you?
If it's never been registered to you, it will never come back to a license plate.
It doesn't, because I got.
If it's never been registered to you in the state of Ohio, it's
Yo, she's the worst. She's the fucking worst. Who had kids with her too? You a thirst monster. You are a thirst monster. You breeded this. You a wild boy. And you probably breeded her a couple times too. Oh, thirst monster.
Never going to come back to a state of Ohio license plate, and therefore it won't be registered to you or anyone else. Does that make sense?
Tell us if it was registered in a previous state. I can look it up that way.
No, it was registered here.
In Ohio or through the Moore statement?
No, it was registered here when I bought it because I had to register it here when I bought it.
Did they give you a temporary tag?
Yes, and it expired.
Okay.
And once it expired.
Okay, and it expired, and you don't have work because you separated from the United States. You having a hard time finding work because in order to get employed in the United States, they have required documents that you need, specific required documents, because they have to collect taxes. Send that off to the IRS off the bat. So we're going to need a state license. We're going to need a passport or something, right? This is what you got to think about while you sitting there smoking cheaper with your friends, talking about separating from the government. It's all fun and games while some cheap ass weed is getting passed around and the sun is not out. It's all fun and games. But I don't think you're really thinking about all the implications. My man's son got hit in the head by a window at school. He's talking about he's separating from the government, right? Yo, they gotta pay though. I said, how they gonna pay you though, bro? They don't pay in cash. I guess he gonna figure it out. You understand? Where there's a will, there's a way. There might be a trust they gotta put it into and all of this. It's just too much for me. It's too much.
I never got anything else because I do not contract with the state of Ohio to get a license.
Okay.
I'm not trying.
All right. Enough of that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Society Past, Present, and Future. I will be doing more of these Moore's getting arrested videos. They entertain me, and quite frankly, I want to put a spotlight on the Moorish community to get their shit together. They need more accountability. They need more discipline and more militancy. They've gotten away from that because they don't have a leader, and everyone is walking around as some type of fucking, isolated leader. God knows what. You can't run a nation like that. You need someone, a face. You need a leader. So things have gotten way out of control. Nobody else is going to do it, so I guess I have to do it, right? It's because it's uncool in the black community to call other black people out. You guys are chicken shit, by the way. Before we get into our next conversation, which is about finances, and you don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to go anywhere. Let me just call out the black community for being chicken shit. Why do I call you chicken shit? If you can't call out the people in your own people that you with, you don't want to call them out because they're gonna flip on me. So it's easier to flip on somebody else. Let's flip on a white man. Flipping on a white man and flipping on white people is two different things, by the way. I see people out here flipping on white people. What the fuck is you flipping on white people for? What the fuck did they do to you? Because the white people are not the white man. Let it be clear. Now, if you want to flip on a white man, you got to do it different. Flipping on white people because you mad at the white man, I'm also seeing that type of stupid shit. So now I'm going to give white people a hard way to go because I'm mad at the white man. That's not how you get back at the white man. I can tell you that right now. If we was all to work together, though, that would piss the white man off, because he would want to know, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys are all of a sudden working together. He ain't gonna like that. And in order for us to work together, we must be able to call ourselves out on our inefficiencies and the things that we're not good at. Know thyself. We have to just be able to look at ourselves and like, okay, we can tighten up here. We got to be able to do that. But if you're too scared because you want to stay on some type of bullshit code, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. Right? Don't nobody go nowhere. I got some important news to talk about because the federal government just gave the okay for banks to hold crypto. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, we're going to get into it right now. Don't nobody go nowhere. Let me get my music together. You understand? I want to play a little music ting in the background. While I go over this next piece. And by the way, most of these songs are off my new album. All right, that's good right there. All right. OCC crypto. First of all, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. My name is Jamel Saladin. This is Society, past, present, and future. I talk about a lot of different things over here. I'm pretty much a lover of sociology. You understand? So that being the case, if we talk about social studies, I get to talk about a whole bunch of things. You understand? So I may come over one day and I'm talking about finances. I may be talking about religion. I may be talking about history. I may be talking about aliens. It is what it is. Tonight we're talking about the federal government giving the okay for banks to hold crypto. The OCC crypto permission versus Bitcoin as a reserve asset. A clear-eyed breakdown of what banks are actually allowed to do with cryptocurrency and why it's fundamentally different from holding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. Understanding this distinction is essential for financial professionals navigating the evolving regulatory landscape. The reason that's my title, right? Because first of all, you probably don't even know what's going on with this whole crypto permission, but I didn't want you to have false hope. Just because the banks are now allowed to hold crypto, it does not mean anything. It doesn't change what's going to happen to Bitcoin, in my opinion. Bitcoin is still not going to be a reserve asset, and that is coming from the federal chair. Hold on. I told you guys I had a meeting with some people in Africa, and I think that meeting is going to start soon. Hold on. Come on. Okay. 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 Okay, the meeting has been changed. Don't nobody go anywhere. The meeting is tomorrow now. All right, let's go. What the OCC is actually allowing. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency has granted national banks specific bounded permissions around cryptocurrency. These are carefully scoped activities designed to enable participation without exposing institutions to direct market risk. Let's see if I can read these 3 different domains. We got custody service, facilitate trades, and limited balance sheet exposure. All right, let's start with custody service. Banks may hold crypto asset on behalf of customers. All right, so that's what basically this is allowing. From my understanding right now, well, as of yesterday, you wasn't allowed to just go in there and sit down and say, yo, I want to hold this type of cryptocurrency in my account. From what I'm understanding now, you will have the ability to do that, right? So it says banks may hold crypto asset on behalf of customers, acting as qualified custodian, not as an owner or investor. So this is different from Coinbase. This is different from Coinbase. Hold on, let me pull up the chat. Facilitate trades. Banks can execute transactions on behalf of clients, including riskless principal riskless. Everything is going in the right direction. Just be patient. Don't play yourself, right? Every door that's closed, it's not a curse. Riskless principal. A client orders Bitcoin. Bank purchases the Bitcoin. Bank immediately transfers it to the client. Bank earns a fee. Bank never holds price risk. It acts as a middleman broker, not a market participant. So it's just getting paid for the transaction, which to me, depending on the coin, let me tell you something. All of this 12 password bullshit, I wasn't a fan of anyway. I don't know how much money I left in Binance, but it wasn't a lot. But who knows if it wasn't a lot. To be honest with you, I could have played myself and I probably have hundreds in Binance. I didn't have that much. So it was just like, whatever's over there is over there. But then it was Bitcoin, and Bitcoin did go to 127,000. So, to be honest with you, I probably did leave a couple $100 in Binance. Give me a second. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Give me a second, everybody. I'm sorry. So, me personally, I hope this it's not that I hope that it goes through. It already went through. So, it's just a matter of your bank actually putting this into implementation. What is this? What kind of effect is this going to have on Coinbase? I don't know. Maybe they will still there's still going to be a need for them. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to buy every last coin. It depends on your bank, though. It depends on your institution. What reserve asset actually means? A reserve asset is held long term on the balance sheet, used to back liabilities and obligations, and treated as a store of value and source of liquidity, not as a transactional instrument. Central banks hold gold and U.S. treasuries for this purpose. These assets anchor financial stability. If Bitcoin was a reserve asset, banks would hold large amounts of Bitcoin, not just briefly for a customer, but as a permanent, substantial balance sheet position. Relying on Bitcoin's value to meet counterparty and liability commitments. Bitcoin's price performance would directly influence the institution's financial health. But this is why they're not going to use Bitcoin. And I don't want anyone, I'm about to play a whole nother video for you, but I didn't want anyone to get confused. You can get excited because you probably will be able to now make some more money easily trading just directly through your bank. But I also want to point something else out. I do believe we were only introduced to these cryptos so that we can normalize and get used to using a digital currency, right? A lot of these cryptos will be washed away because there's no real relevancy behind these cryptos. It is all just a guessing game. It is just speculative. It's just when you go to look up the coin, it says what it might be good for. And I've spent hours just looking up different coins, and sometimes I run across some that are really cheap, and what it says this coin might be used for, I'm like, you know what? If the coin is going to be used for this would be valuable, so I'm going to put some money behind it. But still, it hasn't been done yet, so it's still speculative. So I'm really gambling with my money when I do that. But I'm taking an educated guess because I'm basing it off of the description of this coin. And usually I'm correct, and that coin does eventually go up. If I would have known how to buy Tron, I was on Tron so early, but I couldn't buy it because Tron is in China, I believe, and there's all these regulations, so I had to miss out. There was a way to buy it, but I had to trade. I had to convert this to that to this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's too much. Now, there's another video I want to get into right now.
Blockfills was. Blockfills was founded in 2017, originally as an institutional crypto trading desk. The company operates through its parent entity, Release Limited, incorporated and based out of Chicago, Illinois. Not some offshore shell operation. Chicago, the heart of U.S. institutional trading. Their business model, providing liquidity, financing, OTC trade execution, and risk management services to the biggest.
Now, he talks kind of mundane, so I'll interrupt the monotony every once in a while. We're talking about a company called Blockfills here. And I felt that this story was important because I want to give you a sense of what's going on outside of the bubble that you're in, right? So we're all different people, and obviously we've come together on this platform tonight to share some time together. But however, we go back to our separate lives and we have our own things that we're into. And I think we can lose touch sometime of what's going on because it's not that the information isn't at the touch or in our reach. It's too much information a lot of times. It's just too much information. You have information about nonsense. You have information about government. You have information about finances. You have information about... It's just so much information. Many things can get lost. And I don't think any content creator has an excuse out here. No content creator... Carlton Stanton just said that content is king. Nobody has an excuse. Each and every one of us could probably do a story on something and never even do a story about the same thing. Stop worrying about going viral so much. Anyway.
Players in the game. Hedge funds, asset managers, mining companies, and market makers. These are not retail traders gambling on meme coins. These are institutions. By 2025, Blockfills was processing over $61 billion in trading volume across spot and derivatives markets. That was a 28% jump from the year before. They served over 2,000 institutional clients across more than 95 countries worldwide. Their minimum entry, $10 million.
Is that better, Uncle Andy?
This was not a platform for the average person. This was institutional-grade infrastructure. They had serious financial backing. Blockfills raised $6 million in a funding round in 2021.
They raised $6 million. No, how much did they raise?
Platform for the average person. This was institutional-grade infrastructure. They had serious financial backing. Blockfills raised $6 million in a funding round in 2021, then came back and raised another $37 million in 2022.
Nice.
From investors, including CME Ventures, which is the venture arm of the CME Group, and Susquehanna Private Equity Investments, affiliated with one of the most dominant quantitative trading firms in the world. Co-founded by Nicholas Hammer and Gordon Wallace.
You know, I watched this video earlier. I watched this video earlier, and when he showed these two guys, I'm not gonna lie, I got my own issues, I got my own problems, but I don't know if I want their problems, right? And they have way more money than me, and you're probably like, yo, I'll deal with those problems. I'll deal with them. I don't know. I don't know if I want those type of problems, right? Now, you don't even know what their problems are yet. Well, we're about to find out.
Two individuals with deep roots in institutional finance. This was not a fly-by-night operation. This was a well-capitalized, heavily backed, institutionally focused crypto powerhouse. Disclaimer. The information is sourced from court filings, CoinDesk, Bloomberg, Reuters.
Yo, Uncle Andy, did I turn the music down low enough? I tried to turn the music down low enough. I don't want it overpowering him. You can still hear what he's saying?
And the Financial Times. This is educational content only, not financial advice. So if this company had everything going for it, elite backers, institutional clientele, massive volume, years of operation, what went wrong? And why is Bitcoin's price at the center of this entire story? Let me walk you through the exact timeline. Because this collapse did not happen overnight.
Alright, so this is one collapse. This is why I'm bringing this up tonight. So not only are we dealing with a collapse that's not being really talked about in the mainstream media. Okay, you hear both fine? Okay, cool. I want us to also bear in mind that the cat is out the bag, that BlackRock is I want to say delaying the payout, the request for people to withdraw their funds. It may be even more serious than just a delay at this point, though. I think they altogether stopped paying out any withdrawals for people, including people with 401ks. So what I want to do is bring some type of reality, a little bit of sense of what might be going on, but every little by little every show, right? Because I don't want to start yelling fire in a crowded stadium either, but at least we kind of know what's going on. We got to feel for the temperature, what's going on out here, because for most of us ordinary folks, that's not our lane. We don't know nothing about millions, like these financial institutions going under. However, they do affect us, and that is that's the purpose of me bringing it to your attention, because at some point it could affect you. Your 401k could be wrapped up in that. Somebody else's could. That still affects you.
Chapter 1. The October 2025 Trigger. To understand Blockfills, you first have to understand what happened to the crypto market starting in October 2025. On 6th October 2025, Bitcoin hit its all-time high, topping out at $126,080. The market was euphoric. Institutions were deep in the game. Leverage was everywhere. Then on 10th October 2025, just 4 days later, US President Donald Trump posted on social media about new tariff policies. The reaction was immediate and brutal. Nearly $20 billion in leveraged crypto positions were liquidated in a matter of hours.
It's kind of crazy, man. This is kind of... The reason I'm saying it's kind of crazy is because what made it go up to 127 in the first place? Did we get some type of news that Bitcoin was going to be accepted as a standardized payment between some major corporations or between some governments? Was it going to be accepted as a standardized payment for gold or for oil or for something like? No, it was just purely speculative. So that means it was artificially pumped up. All these YouTube programs, social media, tweets going out. All these chat boards. Alright, so we pushed it up. Everybody, they don't want to miss out. Because they missed out on it from going from 800 to 60. They remember when it was $800 and then it just shot up to 60,000 and they was like, damn, I'm not going to miss out on this one. So it's Bitcoin fever. All right.
Bitcoin began a prolonged, devastating slide. The broader crypto market lost nearly $2 trillion in total value. That is not a typo. $2 trillion wiped from the market. And as prices fell?
This is what I'm saying. So when I tell you it may affect you, we ordinary folk, a lot of people, we got kids. It's 24 hours sound like a lot to you. Got to break that bad boy up. Some of us spending 4 hours alone just on going and coming to work. That's just going and coming. Never mind the 8-9 hours that we did. So a lot of people don't have a lot of time to even have. They have to be very selective of what they invest their interest in, their time in. So I'm here just to kind of help and give you an idea of what's going on.
Institutions were deep in the game. Leverage was everywhere. Then on 10th October 2025, just 4 days later, US President Donald Trump posted on social media about new tariff policies. The reaction was immediate and brutal. Nearly $20 billion in leveraged crypto positions were liquidated in a matter of hours.
$20 billion of leveraged positions were liquidated. That's $20 billion. What else?
Bitcoin began a prolonged, devastating slide. The broader crypto market lost nearly $2 trillion in total.
The broader crypto market lost $2 trillion. Now, I also want us to understand our buying power. Shout out to the Chinese people I've been talking to all day that's about to sell me these Balenciaga shoes. Yeah. I didn't say I would never wear Balenciaga. I said I would never pay those prices for Balenciaga. Shout out to the Chinese who are now upset at the United States and the rest of these companies. So now they just outing everybody like, yo, we was making your shoes in it first. Okay, you want to play those games? Yeah. I said I would never pay those prices for Balenciaga. But the prices that they offering me right now in my DMs, I'm paying that. I'm paying that all day and night. all day and night, and them joints are fire. Other than that, I keep my money in my pocket. You understand? This ain't the time to be all willy-nilly bragging about how you paying $2,000 for shoes and all that. Do not pay $2,000 for shoes. Yeah. I got a Chinese representative for you. Will get you them same shoes for the low. Do not pay no $2,000 for no ship. Send me a picture of what they look like. They gonna find it and they got you. This ain't the season for that. We underestimate our buying power is what I'm getting at.
Value. That is not a typo. $2 trillion wiped from the market. And as prices fell, every firm that was leveraged in crypto lending, crypto mining, and derivatives started bleeding. Chapter 2. The Hidden Wounds, Babel Finance, Exa Digital, and the mining disaster. While most people were watching Bitcoin's price chart, Blockfills was quietly accumulating fatal wounds below the surface. Wound number 1. Lending exposure. Blockfills had issued loans to multiple crypto firms, among them Babel Finance and Exa Digital Finance. Both.
This is where it gets scary. This is where it gets scary. And I'm gonna be very transparent. I figured that these guys know more than me. They probably went to Ivy League schools. They're well educated and should be well versed in this industry. I'm not. I'm a simple. Somebody said, do not call yourself a YouTuber. You are a social influencer. Okay. What I'm not is a licensed Series 7 or Series 6 money manager. That's what I'm not. So I'm not really sure how these guys got so overconfident that not only did they raise $6 million in their first round and then $31 million, another $31 million, that's $36 million. Then they started trading cryptos for people and managing accounts. And then apparently they started loaning money to smaller companies.
Wound number 1. Lending exposure. Blockfills had issued loans to multiple crypto firms, among them Babel Finance and Exa Digital Finance, both of which later filed for bankruptcy themselves.
Damn. Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. How'd you let that happen?
The losses tied to these lending exposures came to approximately $23 million. Gone. $23 million?
Now, I could say, yo, $23 million is not a lot when you're playing with these type of monies. However, y'all only raised $37 million. Now 23 of that is going out the window because y'all loaned it out to some companies and they just filed for bankruptcy. We gotta have different conversations because apparently there's some people out here playing different games. You understand? Apparently there's a woman out here right now with a missing tooth riding around with no documents. And at the very exact same time, there's a couple of brothers out here losing millions. These are two different conversations. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We just got to start surrounding ourselves by different people and elevating and slowly. I've seen it happen in my own life. You go from there to here. So what's to say if you go from here, you can't go from here to there? Of course you could go there to here. Of course you can. Let me tell you something. It's nothing stopping a young black man from learning how a successful person, if you want to say white man, if that's what you, because they're not the only person that can speak professionally or articulate this language to its fullest capability. But it's nothing from stopping a young black man, 19 years old, from not taking no for an answer to working at one of these Wall Street firms, right? If he really wanted to. I'm not saying every black man, every young black boy now has to go out and try to work at a Wall Street firm. That's not what I'm saying. But just hear me out on this. Yes, he would have to speak a certain way, because you want people to trust you with their money. And first impressions are everything. So even if they spoke to you over the phone, these people are listening on whether you're competent or not. Do you know what you're talking about? One account. You might go 8 months making trash money at this financial institution, but then that one account could change your whole life. Not only was the black man duped into believing that rap was going to change every last thing, rap, football, and basketball, it's going to change it all. I think I'm saddened by the fact that that's still the playbook to this day, apparently. So who stands up and says, yo, let's change the playbook? Shout out to the NOI. They got a couple of good brothers. Brother Ben X. You understand? 9 Keys. Got a couple of good brothers over there who are being exemplary of we could be young and financially grounded. Militant minds. Shout out to the NOI. Black clergy, you might want to step it up. Black clergy, you might want to step it up. I want to see more representation from the black Christian community. Always begging and not putting enough back. That's my opinion. I want to hear about your Jesus. I want to hear you teaching how these young men that's in your church how to become earners. That part. Let's keep going.
$1 in loans that would never come back. It gets worse. Blockfills was also owed money from the FTX bankruptcy estate, the Sam Bankman-Fried catastrophe that rocked the industry in 2022. At the same time, Blockfills itself owed money to the Celsius Network bankruptcy estate, so they were caught on both sides of previous collapses. Creditor in one, debtor in another. Round number 2, the crypto mining disaster. In a bid to grow revenues, Blockfills expanded into crypto mining financing. This turned catastrophic. Declining crypto prices crushed mining profitability, and rising operational costs compounded the damage. Blockfills suffered nearly $30 million in losses from this mining venture before being forced to shut it down entirely.
Damn. That's a lot of equipment. What'd y'all do with all of that? They probably sold it at wholesale price somewhere. That's why I said I wouldn't want to be them right now. I'd rather let me start fresh right where I'm at with the people I'm working with right now. I don't know where this thing's going to take me that I'm involved in right now, but I got a good feeling it's going to take me somewhere.
So where does that leave you? $23 million from bad lending, $30 million from failed mining, plus trading losses and market volatility. By the end of 2025, internal financial disclosures, which reportedly contained inaccuracies, showed a balance sheet shortfall of approximately $77 million. Chapter 3, Bitcoin crashes. Further, the liquidity cliff. Between mid-January and early February 2026, Bitcoin made one of its most violent short-term drops in recent memory. Bitcoin plummeted from above $97,000 to below $64,000. In just days, the market shed over 30%. For a firm like Blockfills, which was already nursing a $77 million hole in its balance sheet, this was the cliff edge. Collateral values collapsed, margin calls hit. Institutional clients started requesting their funds back, and Blockfills could not deliver. Chapter 4.
Margin calls is hitting them. That's what's killing everybody right now. But this is also what killed the Knickerbocker Bank in 1905. J.P. Morgan initiated that false flag recession. Everybody wanted their money out early. And there wasn't enough money in these banks. The banks didn't have enough money to cover everybody. Out here doing that Babylonian money magic. Lending money that they didn't even have all the money there to lend. Getting caught with your pants down.
11th February 2026, withdrawals frozen. On 11th of February 2026, Blockfills published a statement confirming it was halting all client deposits and withdrawals, citing, quote, recent market and financial conditions. Now, anyone who was awake during 2022 recognized that exact language. That is the same vague corporate phrasing that Celsius used, that Voyager used, that every single institutional crypto lender used right before they collapsed entirely. And as we now know, the Financial Times had already begun reporting that Blockfills had suffered roughly $75 million in losses and was quietly looking for either an emergency buyer or emergency funding.
And that's why I said I wouldn't want to be those two gentlemen. How you start with $37 million and you are $75 million in debt? I don't want to be you. I'm good. I'll figure out my own way, bro. There's too much stress. That's too much.
Neither materialized. Shortly after the withdrawal freeze was announced, co-founder and CEO Nicholas Hammer stepped down from his leadership position. Joseph Perry was brought in as interim CEO. Think about that for a moment. The company freezes withdrawals, and the CEO walks out the door. That is not a vote of confidence in the recovery plan.
It may not be a vote of confidence, but I assure you, actually, now I might want to rethink my statement of not being him. He probably walked away with millions and was like, oh, it's not my problem anymore. I'm out of here, guys. C'est la vie. And now there's no accountability placed on him because he was let go. And there's no accountability placed on the new CEO because he was just brought in. Yeah, we gotta have different conversations. This is why I be trying not to have stupid conversations with stupid people. I can't. I gotta work my way to wherever these people are with the money and the network power. It's all fun and games over here on the little YouTube live, but in real life, no, we got to have different conversations.
Chapter 5. 27th of February 2026, Dominion Capital drops the bombshell. On 27th of February 2026, New York investment firm Dominion Capital filed a lawsuit that changed everything. The complaint was explosive. Dominion Capital alleged that Blockfills had 1. Misappropriated and unlawfully retained millions of dollars worth of customer crypto assets. 2. Commingled client funds with company funds on a single balance sheet, meaning your crypto was not sitting safely in a segregated account. It was pooled together with the company's own money.
You was wilding for that. Even I know you wasn't supposed to do that, Blockfill. And this is what I don't understand. So me saying that, what I'm really saying is, I think we giving too much credit to these people that went to Ivy League schools and they learn a little something, and you thinking they know so much more than you. I think you and I would have did a better job. At least we would have had the good sense to know the money that they invest in and our money cannot be commingled together in the same bank. We wouldn't know. That's elementary stuff. You wouldn't have did that. It's crazy.
3. Concealed significant trading losses from clients and investors. 4. Use those pooled customer assets to cover company operating expenses, including crypto mining losses, equipment purchases, and settlements with other firms. 5. Refuse to return Dominion Capital's assets after the withdrawal freeze. And perhaps most chilling, according to court filings, Blockfills executives had allegedly acknowledged on multiple occasions in calls with clients that customer assets were being held on a single pooled balance sheet. They knew. Important. These are allegations from a court filing as reported by CoinDesk, Bloomberg, and the Financial Times. They have not been proven in court, and the case is ongoing as of today, 16th March 2026. The Kenzo Guy makes no judgment on legal outcomes. Chapter 6, 3rd March 2026. A federal judge steps in. On 3rd March 2026, Federal Judge Mary Kay Vescotil of the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York issued a temporary restraining order against Blockfills. The order froze approximately 70.6 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $4.8 million at that time, tied to Dominion Capital's dispute. The judge also barred Blockfills from transferring or disposing of any assets outside the United States while the case proceeded. The court ordered Blockfills to conduct a full accounting of all customer funds and to segregate those funds from company assets. A federal court was now watching every move Blockfills made. The walls were closing in. Chapter 7, 15th March 2026. The bankruptcy filing. On Sunday, 15th of March 2026 at 11:51 p.m. Eastern Time, Blockfills, through its operating entity Release Ltd., filed voluntary Chapter 11 restructuring petitions in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware. 3 affiliated entities filed alongside Release. The numbers in the petition are staggering. Estimated assets between $50 million and $100 million. Estimated liabilities between $100 million and $500 million. Let that sink in. Even in the most optimistic scenario, liabilities are at least equal to assets. In the worst case, there could be as little as $50 million in assets against $500 million in liabilities.
Let's just stop right there. Let's go to ChatGPT. I think I can articulate better whatever's on my mind if I go to ChatGPT. Hold on. All right. What was the purpose of the Dodd-Frank Act before it was edited by Trump? The Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Consumer Protection Act was passed in 2010 after the 2008 financial crisis. Its core purpose was simple: prevent another financial meltdown and protect everyday Americans from abusive financial practices. The main goals, before any later changes: stop too big to fail bailouts. Big banks had become so large that when they failed, the government had to bail them out. Dodd-Frank aimed to force banks to hold more capital safety cushion, create plans for how they can fail without crashing the system. Without reading all of that, I'm going to ask, what did Donald Trump change about the act? I know what he changed. I just want them to articulate it. Trump didn't fully repeal. ChatGPT does this all the time. Did I say he fully repealed? I just asked, what did he change? They go on the defensive all the time. Trump didn't fully repeal it. I never said he did, bro. He scaled it back, mainly through the 2018 law, Economic Growth, Regulatory Relief, Consumer Protection Act. The biggest changes. All right, this was the biggest changes. He raised the too big threshold. Banks with $50 billion in assets were tightly regulated. After Trump changes, thresholds raised to $250 billion. Many mid-sized banks were no longer under strict oversight. Well, clearly, you need that threshold to come back down considerably. Especially when we're dealing with something new, like the management of cryptocurrency, because many people, I'm afraid, will take it lost, and hopefully, I'm really hoping not too many people's 401ks are mixed up, which they're probably not, are mixed up with this whole crypto. If your 401k is mixed up in some type of crypto portfolio, I'm assuming that you selected aggressive. And just by selecting aggressive, you knew you was taking a risk. Let's give him a little bit more time. And then I want to introduce another woman to you guys as a perfect example of having different conversations.
That is a 10-to-1 liability ratio at the extreme end. In their official statement, Blockfills described the filing as, quote, the most responsible path forward, after extensive discussions with investors, clients, creditors, and other stakeholders. Now, here is where I need you to really pay attention. The allegations against Blockfills, particularly the commingling of customer funds with company funds, carry what financial analysts and legal commentators have described as uncomfortable echoes of what brought down both Celsius Network and FTX. The Harvard Law School Bankruptcy Roundtable has extensively documented how intermingling customer funds with company operating capital is a recurring and catastrophic structural failure across institutional crypto. Let's compare the playbook. Celsius, suspended withdrawals. July 2022, cited extreme market conditions. Filed bankruptcy weeks later. Customer funds had been commingled and lent out. FTX, suspended withdrawals November 2022, hidden balance sheet hole. Customer funds commingled with Alameda Research. Sam Bankman-Fried arrested, convicted. Blockfills, suspended withdrawals in February 2026, cited recent market and financial conditions.
I still don't understand why that would have to be explained to professionals. This money should not be in the same bank account. That's like elementary.
Balance sheet, shortfall of approximately $77 million. Customer funds allegedly commingled with company funds. Filed bankruptcy 15th of March 2026. I want to be clear. We do not yet know the full legal outcome of the Dominion Capital allegations. This is an active case, but from a structural standpoint, the pattern we are seeing mirrors the 2022 collapses in ways that should deeply concern every participant in this space.
It does, my friend. Thank you for your time. You're no longer needed for right now. I want to introduce this one young lady right here. Shorty with the green eyes. You have the floor.
Allowed to operate. When the OCC says you can do something, then the banks can do it. When the OCC says you can't, the banks cannot. And it's just that simple. And what the OCC just said is this: national banks are now officially cleared to custody crypto assets on behalf of their customers. Now,
I know at first sight you're like, yo, ain't that shorty from the Moorish Science Temple of America? It is not. Please do not get her mixed up in your shenanigans. Do not approach her as if you want to hand her one of your pamphlets or something like that. I would kindly ask that you stay away from her. She's having elevated conversations. You understand me? Ziggy Black, what's good with you, bro? I'm out here on a live right now, just, doing what I do. Nah, I'm on a live. I'm doing a live right now in the office, yeah. Oh, man. Well, we started off with the Moorish science community running around with no plates in their car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Getting arrested, claiming they sovereign. Yeah. We had to put them in their place. But then I'm ending my show with the fact that the government just gave banks the okay to hold cryptocurrency. So right now, So your regular bank account where you getting your direct deposit, now you could go to your bank now and tell them like, yo, check this out. I would like to also hold Bitcoin or whatever currency that they're gonna allow. So they just passed that law just now.
Wow, that's big for those that's into that game. That makes the dollar. That makes it that money that much stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we go to the bank. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Man. So, yo, listen, let me finish up this live and I'm gonna hit you back.
I'll be back, man.
All right, peace. Zeke Black on the check-in. Now, as I was saying, please do not try to get her down with your movement. You guys have no leader. You have no insurance. You have no documents. Leave her be, man. She's on the right path. She's out here talking financial strength. Right? I know you see the green eyes and all of that and the nice teeth and the good clothing. Leave her be. Please. Leave her out your nonsense. It's not her. Not her.
let me break down what custody really means, because this word gets thrown around and people will gloss over it. When you hold crypto on an exchange like Coinbase or Binance, you do not actually own that crypto in a way that most people think. The exchange holds it. Your name is attached to it in their system, but the actual asset lives on their platform. That is why when exchanges collapse or freeze, and we've seen this happen, people cannot access what they thought was theirs. Custody means you are actually holding the asset, securing it, and being legally responsible for it. That is a completely different level of ownership and control. So what the OCC just said is that national banks, the same banks that hold your mortgage, your savings account, your business accounts, can now officially custody your digital assets the same way they custody other financial instruments.
All right. Thank you, baby girl. We don't need. That's all they needed to know for tonight. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want to overdo it. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight. Hopefully you hit the like button. Hopefully you hit the subscribe button. You understand? I'm about to go in there, lay down with my wife, and enjoy her company. I will be releasing within the next 2-3 days. I'm gonna release this album. Right? The song you listen to right now is a song off my album. I don't know if I'm done with this song yet, but it is a song off my album. I don't know how many songs I got. see if I can play another song off my album before I go. I got a lot of jazz, so the album is a gospel jazz funk album. That's what it is. It's a gospel jazz funk album. I just gotta need that. It's gonna come out in volumes, so I'm just gonna do volume 1. Let me see. Nah, I don't want you to hear that. I'm gonna play one more song from my album as we get up out of here. There is some poetry on the album. This is one of my favorites, I'm not gonna lie. This joint right here is definitely one of my favorite joints off that. Thanks for coming out tonight. Hit the like button, do subscribe. My name is Saladin. Society, past, present, future.
What's free to me is free to be exactly me, to say out loud just what I think. It's free to me. I'm free to dream. It brings relief and peace in me. That's free to me. That's free to me. 'Cause honesty, the energy, it has to be divinity. That's love in me. 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 The only way. The only way. The only way.
Good night, y'all.